The Princess and the Farmer, a Tiv love story. In the beautiful hills of Tivland, where the Benway River sparkled like diamonds under the sun, there lived a princess named Mimidu. Her beauty was the talk of the land, and her kindness warmed the hearts of everyone who knew her. But it wasn't just her looks that made her special, it was her gentle heart and the way she treated everyone, whether rich or poor, like they mattered. Mimidu's father, King Tafa, was the ruler of Tivland. He was a man of great wealth and power. He wanted only the best for his daughter, which is why he arranged for her to marry Prince Takra, a wealthy man from a neighboring kingdom. But Mimidu's heart was not swayed by riches or power. She longed for a love that was true and pure, a love that would stand strong no matter what. Little did she know that her heart's desire would soon be put to the test. One sunny day, Mimidu decided to visit the market in disguise. She dressed in simple clothes and left her golden jewelry behind so no one would recognize her as the princess. She loved walking among her people, listening to their stories, and seeing how they lived their daily lives. As she strolled through the busy market, her eyes fell on a young man named Luther. He was a farmer with strong arms and a kind smile. Though his clothes were plain and his hands were rough from hard work, there was something about him that drew her in. Luther was selling yams, and his cheerful voice rose above the noise of the market as he called out to customers. Mimidu approached his stall, pretending to be just another shopper. "Your yams look fresh," she said, smiling. Luther looked up and smiled back. "Only the best for my customers. Would you like some?" They began to talk, and before long, Mimidu found herself laughing at Luther's jokes and enjoying his simple but honest way of speaking. She had never met anyone like him before. By the time the sun began to set, Mimidu knew one thing for sure: her heart belonged to Luther. Mimidu and Luther started meeting in secret by the riverbank, where the tall grasses swayed in the breeze. They talked about their dreams, shared their hopes, and promised to be there for each other no matter what. But their happiness didn't last long. When King Tafa found out that his daughter was in love with a poor farmer, he was furious. "You are a princess, Mimidu," he roared. "You cannot marry a farmer. You are promised to Prince Takra, and that is final." Mimidu's mother, Queen Kem, tried to reason with her. "Luther cannot give you the life you deserve," she said. "Takara is wealthy and powerful. He can take care of you." But Mimidu stood her ground. "I don't want riches or power. I want love, and I love Luther with all my heart." Trouble with Prince Takara. Prince Takara was not a kind man. He was proud, selfish, and used to getting whatever he wanted. When he heard that Mimidu was in love with a farmer, he laughed. "A farmer," he sneered. "She will forget about him once I show her the life I can offer." But when he realized that Mimidu would not change her mind, his pride turned to anger. He confronted Luther, threatening him to stay away from Mimidu. "You think you can take what belongs to me?" Takara snarled. "I will ruin you." Luther stood his ground. "Mimidu is not a prize to be won. She is a person, and she has chosen me. You cannot scare me away." This only made Takara more determined to separate them. King Tafa decided to test Luther. He called him to the palace and gave him a challenge. "If you truly love my daughter," the king said, "prove it. My palace walls need repairing, my fields need plowing, and my granaries need organizing. Finish all these tasks in 1 month, and I will consider letting you marry Mimidu." Luther accepted the challenge without hesitation. From sunrise to sunset, he worked tirelessly. He repaired the walls with his own hands, plowed the fields until they were ready for planting, and organized the granaries so that they could hold more food. When the month was over, King Tafa inspected Luther's work and was impressed. Though he still doubted that a farmer could make a good husband for a princess, he could not deny Luther's dedication and skill. Just as King Tafa was about to give his final decision, a terrible famine struck Tivland. The crops failed, and even the royal granaries began to empty. It was Luther who came to the kingdom's rescue. Using his knowledge of farming, he taught the people new ways to grow food even in difficult conditions. He led by example, working side by side with the villagers to plant and harvest. Soon, the famine ended, and the kingdom was saved. The people hailed Luther as a hero, and King Taffa began to see him in a new light. "You have shown me that true strength lies not in wealth or status, but in hard work and a kind heart," the king said. "You have earned my respect, and my daughter's hand in marriage." Mimidu and Luther's wedding was the grandest Tivland had ever seen. People from all walks of life came to celebrate their union. Mimidu's parents, once doubtful of Luther, now welcomed him into their family with open arms. Even Prince Takara, bitter and defeated, left the kingdom in shame. Over the years, Luther's hard work and good values brought him great success. He became one of the wealthiest men in Tivland, but he never let his wealth change who he was. He and Mimidu ruled the kingdom with kindness and wisdom, always putting their people first. Their love story became a legend, told and retold by the fireside, a reminder that love, when it is true, can overcome any obstacle. And so, under the golden skies of Tivland, Mimidu and Luther lived happily ever after, their love shining brighter than the stars above.